revelation. I'm saying a possession of a spiritual reality. Something that is real in the
when I'm broke.
Paul is saying, I will still get to what David is saying. Yet doubtless I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things. What kind of Christianity do we have that we can't lose something to gain God? we don't know what we are called into. You see, the problem with our Christianity of today is that we think we are born to gain things. A man brought into Christ is only brought in to gain Christ only. Those things you are gaining are things you are supposed to lose to gain Christ. But our pursuits has been focused on the things to gain. Give me car, give me shoe. So if somebody meets apostle, they say he's a man of prayer, and they will not give me prayer point. If I have not been able to sort out their needs in prayer, then I am not powerful. Step out of the way, my friend. I have a higher goal. The heavenlies has placed a burden that we at last time in my heart. You are not my judge. You are not the one carrying the measuring scales. Anytime I ascend to the heavens, they will put hand on me and say, son, receive more grace. Our assembly is like the church in Sardis. They looked from heaven and gave them accreditation. They said that thy strength is little, but you have done much, and because of it I set before thee the two-leaved gate. I set it before you, no man can shut it. I give you a key, the key of David. Why? Your strength was little, yet the tsunami effect little strength is having is beyond measure. And God has not quickly solved your problem. What's your problem? What's your problem? What's car that can have accident tomorrow? What's car? What is life that you can be awake today and tomorrow you have gone? Listen to me. You know, sorry, my wife, my mother is here, but I don't count this life as a big thing. Sometimes I call God in prayer and say, bear witness to my utterance. Check whether what I say is not true. Don't answer me. If I'm faking it so that people will hear me and say, hey, what a wonderful preacher. Don't hear me. Don't hear me. Don't hear me. I'm not here to preach to you. In case you don't hear me, I go back to my secret place and cry to God. I was telling him in the morning, I told him, you know I was not a preacher. You know I was not. You are the one that brought me here. I was seeking you in the woods, and you said, go and tell people what I'm teaching you. You see, that's why I'm here. If you don't come, I will stand alone on my altar and cry. I have an audience in heaven. I know that Yahweh will hear me. Why is a generation bothered about nothing? Say after me, Lord, bless me with bodies. Why won't you give me hunger? Listen, many of us started this journey with a higher opinion of God, but we found ourselves in church and teachings that watered it down. Everywhere you go, people are watering it down, making it look unserious. You are too serious. You are too serious. You are too serious. Meanwhile, we are not serious. Don't leave us like this. A wrong standard has been set before us. Something less than heaven can give. Something less than the demand of God. It is set before us. You know, the law of the spirit, you become what is set before you. And if we allow that picture in the spirit to become the object of our spiritual pursuit, another generation will rise with a counterfeit measure of God's work. There is something heavier. There is something stronger. I ask you, I demand of you, sister, don't settle for less. Don't settle. May you hear my voice when you want to give up. When you want, at that juncture, when you want to, may you hear my voice. Cry out. Justice, you have come too far now. You have come too far. You have come too far. Something must yield. Something must open. There has to be a blessing. Pour us out a blessing from your throne. Let your hand come. Bring us into intimacy, into fellowship. Let us be men of stones and fires and glory. Benedict, you might not know it, but those days you began to seek God. What you are thinking now is what you are saying. That's not what your heart indicted. I came here to remind you. There is the one that sat in Zion. That was what made you leave your family. It was not even school. At least I know you. At least I know the day you met me, you have not gotten admission. You found out that there were men with you. Admission became what took them away. That means even admission and school is not that important. Say after me, Lord, give me burdens. Watch that brother that is not insistent in increasing in burdens and hunger. Watch out for him. He will not last for long, because he taught the spiritual activities. Even if you are expressing, you are like this, you are like, I check for the weight, the density. That's what matters. Huh? If you even look back, it's not been long. Check just a little while. Some of the people that started with you on campus, they were doing like this. They have become comfortable. Some of them didn't backslide, but they have become normal persons. The things that they were saying is far departed from the burdens that they uttered in campus. Now, if you speak to them, they will calm you down. You will be wondering, is this the man that spoke and the campus shook? You don't know what some of you know what I'm saying. Is it not true? Where did my hunger go? What happened to my thirst? Let me hear you. Lord, yet my secret place is weary and dry. If you still hear me now. Where did my hunger go? What happened to our thirst? Oh, Jesus. Something is happening in the spirit. I see a viscous liquid from heaven being poured into the heart of me. I saw it. Oh, where did our hunger go? What happened to our thirst? Lord, as I intercede, let there be a wave of hunger all over the body of Christ. Let there be a distribution of waters from nation to nation. Let men have encounters that we fire bodies, that we take them out of the rat race and bring them into pure pursuit. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, hear me. Oh Jesus, hear me. Oh Jesus, hear me. That young man is about to miss it. He's about to settle for less. Don't allow him. Don't allow him. Don't allow him. Don't allow him. Give him bodies. Give him bodies again. He's about to be distracted. Give him body. Give him hunger. Give him body. Give him hunger. Jesus. 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 appear in a holy meeting like this without tears. Something that will make you cry. You have gone to invest, am I correct? If half of the people that were on fire during your session in school are still on fire 5 years later, the way they were, Nigeria would have been overrun. Is it not true? The question you ask yourself, what smothers the fire of man? You must ask that question. Because if you don't ask it, you are leaving yourself in danger. How did they lose their temple? There were men, oh, there were men. In fact, some of you were not even counted in the number. There were men. They stood on the mountains and their voice cried. We thought they were going deep. We didn't know that their heart was lightweight. At the sign of the slightest manifestation, they ran away. And God was calling them, come back and eat again. They didn't come back. Come back and receive more burden. They didn't. When the burden in their heart finished after 2 years, they joined the rat race. Sometimes you see some of them. You used to call them Papa. You were so blessed with their life. They used to be so powerful. You used to be so blessed. You saw them, you touched them now and touched death. And you know the problem? Some of you are still too sentimental. That even though you know that the man that you used to think, the woman he used to be there on fire, you look at him, he's a shadow of him. You are wondering why such a man can descend here. You know why? Something manifested. He thought that that is equal to burden. I warn you, I bring a warning to you. Manifestation is not equal to burdens and hunger. You can have it, and then you don't know your hunger is depleting. Meanwhile, are you getting what I'm saying? Watch them that went for burden and hunger. Look for them. They will be there at the finish line because they have accumulated what can drive a man. You can't drive yourself. You are not that powerful. Your determination is not strong enough. One blow from Satan will take you away like air. But that man with burden, watch out for him. Watch out for him. You need to pray. In fact, some of you need to take 1 day fasting, 2 days, 3 days fasting. One prayer only. Stop loading your prayer room with too many prayers. One prayer on your lips. Bodies, hunger. Bodies, hunger. Bodies, hunger. Bodies, hunger. But check me. Put me on the measuring scales of heaven. Maybe I've even overrated myself and thought that I still have enough hunger. Peradventure, my estimation is wrong. I don't want to estimate myself. Check me, check me, check me, check me, check me, check me. Apostle, what's your secret? Hunger. Somebody say hunger. Hunger. I didn't hear you. Somebody say hunger. Hunger. Somebody say hunger. Hunger. I know they hear you. Say hunger. 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 Bodies. Hunger. I go for 4 days fasting. Only one prayer. Baptize me with hunger. But I can show you my jot out. Baptize me with hunger. Baptize me with hunger. Baptize me, baptize me, baptize my soul. Baptize me, hunger. see things in the journey of life. Are you with me? Listen. In the journey of life, you will see things good and bad. You will respond from your depths. Don't worry. Things are coming. I told you. Every man will be tested. You can only respond from your depths. If you like, don't take the matter of burdens and hunger serious. The way you will be swept away will shock you. Some of you don't hear me, especially the sister. You don't hear me. I'm warning you. It will look as if you are on fire now. The next moment you are swept away. Load yourself with hunger. Hunger densifies you. You'll be too heavy to be swept away. When there is a shaking, men of hunger, they are not moved. When there is a storm, men of burden, they are not moved. They are holding on to things that cannot be shaken. You can't move them. They are pillars in Zion. Their essence is formed to the foundation. They can't move. They can't move. Huh? You see, people with gift manifestation, even healing and other. Huh? Hunger is not manifestation. In fact, when I say hunger for God. Not hunger to be used. Not hunger for manifestation. Are you getting what I'm saying? I have taught you people that even in prayer, there is descending order of prayer and ascending order of prayer. There is descending order of priesthood and ascending order of priesthood. The things that we discuss here are ascending orders. You know, there are many people that think that they have actually increased before God. Maybe because they increased in descending order of prayers. Priesthood. It doesn't change anything. If you want to see the glory of God, you must change the direction of your priesthood. Let it be ascending. The problem with ascending is that you might not have proof that you are ascending, because your ascension is intangible, is in the spirit. But a day will come when it begins to descend. It will become like a system in the spirit. You know what is a system? It does not need an input to work. It works spontaneously.